already knew that Project 2025 was in full effect, and we knew it was going to be in full effect before it even became in effect. Yes, I said all that. Yes, I did. But, and we knew that it was being filled, the cabinets are being filled with a bunch of white supremacists. See, so y'all like to call them loyalists. That's not what they are. They are indeed white supremacists. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Larissa. I am indeed the People's Reporter, and I'm uncensored. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit a like, and go ahead and leave a comment. If you feel like, yeah, there's something I need to say, yeah, go ahead and leave a comment. I look forward to it. All right, let's continue.
I want to talk to you just a little bit about the seeming ideologies that are percolating among the people who are trying to take over our government. According to Semaphore, one of the people that is being elevated to fill a key State Department role is someone named Darren Beatty. Darren Beatty, who was fired from the first Trump administration for having some associations with white nationalists. He has posted things on X Twitter. This is back in October of 2024. Competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Competent white men must be in charge. In January, he's done January 6 tweets. Ibram Kendi, this is a man who is a black intellectual, that does anti-racism work, needs to learn his place and take a knee to MAGA. Learn his proper role in our society. Ibram Kendi is black. Tim Scott, black senator from South Carolina, needs to learn his place and take a knee to MAGA. BLM, Black Lives Matter, must take a knee to MAGA. They must learn their place. Kay Cole James of Heritage Foundation, a conservative woman who is running the Heritage Foundation, needs to learn her natural place and take a knee to MAGA. So this man has named black people, liberal and conservative, including pro-Trump Republicans, and said these black people need to learn their place and that competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. That guy's at state. Any issues with that?
Well, and not just that he's at state, but I believe he's being nominated for an undersecretary of state position. Meanwhile, he is somebody who has said that the Uyghurs, the atrocities against the Uyghurs in China hasn't happened. He is somebody that talked about how, we shouldn't be getting involved in supporting Taiwan. This is something that we see just across the board. And when Trump is talking about, or Elon Musk is talking about, we need to make sure people are rising up when it's based off of merit, you see that that's absolutely not what their motivation actually is.
Joy Reid explicitly asked this gentleman, this senator, about what he thought about those particular tweets as it pertained to black people. Instantly, this man turns to China and just runs over the plight of black people. Now, see, to the AAPI community, I don't know if you remember, but back during the time of the pandemic, it was people like me and the NAACP that were advocating and fighting and writing a gang of letters and going to court for you, as people have blamed you for the pandemic. Okay. And here we are. We have a senator right here who is still not acknowledging the plight of black people. Now, let me explain something. If it were not for the plight of black people, there would be no one else here but black and white. You see, we fought for this very thing that many people allowed to be rolled back and to be stripped from us, called civil rights, going way back to took us back to 1964, 63, 62. You understand? So many of you all want to sit behind your phones and be not even keyboard warriors, but you want to sit behind your phones or the television and say, oh my goodness, that's just so terrible. Meanwhile, while we're sitting out on the front lines fighting for not only the issues of us, but for the issues of you too. You understand? You want to sit back and let everybody, and let us specifically, do the work while you sit back and you benefit. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is extremely unfair. Talking about, I don't want to rock the boat. Aren't you seasick? Because this boat rocking like a mug. I just imagine if people like me and other African-American people did not fight for, where would you be? You see, once we are handed victories, then that means an automatic victory for you, and you didn't have to do a cotton picking thing. The audacity of it all. Shame on you.
I want to move on to Elon Musk himself. You worked for USAID. This is what Elon Musk has said about USAID. USAID is a criminal organization. Time for it to die. USAID is evil. USAID was a viper's nest of radical left Marxists who hate America. USAID is a criminal organization. One wonders if maybe it's some resentment for USAID having helped to overthrow the white South African government in where he grew up, the right-wing white South African government. I don't know if that's it. I really couldn't tell you what his motivations are. But your thoughts on that, and him also claiming that it's a crime for Wired magazine to have divulged through journalism who he has running basically the government, these young people, and the new acting U.S. attorney from D.C. essentially threatening anyone who does any investigations of Elon Musk's Doge.
No, sir. What is indeed evil is your desire to erase a population of people. You want to starve them out. You want them to die from famine. You want them to just wander. You just want to get rid of them. You want to do ethnic cleansing. No, sir. That indeed is what is evil. That's what's evil. And one more thing. What is it that you're hiding, sir, where you have this district attorney or whatever sending out mass notices daring anyone to investigate you? What you doing? Huh? What are you doing? And Donald, you know what he's doing, don't you?
I mean, this is something that we see just across the board that is just so worrisome. I mean, first and foremost, it harkens back to what we heard during the campaign when President Trump talked about the enemy from within. You know, that effort where they clearly are targeting inwards and trying to make Americans the enemy of other Americans. And that is just the kind of divisiveness that is just so damaging. Wrong. And what we see also is the empowering of these people working for Mr. Musk that are going in, you know, not having the security clearance that is needed to be able to do this. If they're doing this at USAID and trying to access classified information there, we know that that's happening at the Pentagon. We know that's probably happening at the State Department through the intelligence community. We deserve to know if Secretary Hegseth, Secretary Rubio, and others have given access to these people and what it is that they are looking at. These are that people's lives are on the line when it comes to classified information, and we deserve answers about that.
And now here's Joy Reid from MSNBC with the final word.
And think about the chilling effect of every single person at USAID and USAID knowing that Elon Musk potentially has their data and could post it on X Twitter anytime he wanted, or could, you know, dox them. There's nothing that he couldn't do if he's got all of your data. Even if you like Trump, you need to think about the fact that he has all your data and can turn off your Social Security payments and do whatever they want with your data.
Now, if you are one of the ones who said, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this. You certainly did vote for Pinky in the Brain. You certainly did. Every day they're trying to figure out how they're going to take over the world. And you indeed did vote for this. So whatever your motivation was when you voted, okay, whether it was your celebration of white supremacy, yes, white men are competent white men need to be running this place, and we're just coddling too many of the feelings of women and people of color, African Americans more specifically. Yeah. So if you were voting for that, if you were voting based on that, you see how it's hitting you first? Because we know what to do, because we knew that Project 2025 was and is real, and we see it being implemented day by day, day by day, day by day. So yes, dear, you did vote for this, and so may you get everything that you voted for. Welcome to America. Power to the people. Power, Phoenix Rising. Peace.